Hi, this is Carl, and this is another SOP video for managed service providers. Today we're going to talk about how do new tickets get into your system. And you might say, that's a stupid question. But really, it's a very important question because there are ways that tickets should not get into your system. Perhaps the oldest technology we have for getting tickets into your system is called shoulder tap. It simply means somebody comes up to you or one of your technicians and says, hey, I have a problem, I need you to start working on it right away. Or they'll casually say, you know, that printer's been giving us a lot of problems. Or when you get a minute, will you look at John's monitor? All of those things require you to have the presence of mind to stop and create a ticket. What is a service ticket? A service ticket is a bucket into which clients can place money. If you do not have a ticket, you don't have a place for clients to pay you. So one of the reasons I love having a PSA, and I encourage you to have a PSA, is that it formalizes creating a ticket that can be worked. And that is the order things must progress. You create a ticket and then you can work the ticket. You cannot work the ticket first and then assume that you're going to remember everything you did and the order in which you did it and how long you took and how many times you were interrupted taking tickets from other people that you never put into the system. Stop it. You have a system, use it. And that means there's a formal way to do it. So shoulder tap is definitely out. The only thing that happens after a shoulder tap is you have to go sit down and create a ticket. The second oldest technology for getting tickets into the system is the telephone. So there's lots of different ways that that could work. You might have an answering service and they might have access to your PSA. That would be spectacular because there's no way that they can start working on the ticket. You might have an administrative assistant or office manager who answers the phone and takes a message, enters a ticket, but again, they can't start working it. That's the absolute best way to do it. You might have a service coordinator or a service manager who is allowed to answer the phone, create tickets, and then prioritize them and begin coordinating the work. What you should not have is a phone call that goes directly into the voicemail of one of your technicians. You need people to call into the primary number. You need to force clients to use one phone number for creating tickets. So if you're going to use the phone, just make sure you have a systematic process for getting those tickets into the system. Remember, the ticket is a bucket. It has to be created first. And the second thing is you then have to prioritize everything. So we don't want people to start working on tickets immediately without prioritizing, because what happens is you end up working on the most recent request, not the most important request. The third oldest technology for getting a ticket into the system is email. Ideally, you will have an email parsing system connected to your ticketing system so that you can have emails sent to support or help@yourcompany.com, and then it automatically creates a ticket based on the email address of the sender. So clients will say, oh, I'm having a problem with Outlook and blah, blah, blah. A ticket is created, and even if it can't figure out that it's Outlook or that it's an Office product or that it's covered by managed services, at least you know the email address of who sent it, and therefore you can attach it to the correct client. So having an email system create tickets in your system is the best. If you don't have a parsing system like that, someone has to check that email address and manually create those tickets exactly as if they came in over the telephone. The newest, latest, greatest technology for having tickets go into your system is to have a portal icon in the lower right-hand corner of the screen where a client can click on it and create a ticket. And that way it goes directly into your ticketing system. You can get the text message or however you get the alert that there's a brand new ticket. The client has put in the correct information. You know it's attached to the right client. It should then be attached to the correct default service agreement. You're going to verify all that information, but at least you've got lots of good, juicy information that you know is correct, and you've got the problem in the client's own words. In many places I've written about massaging the service board in order to make sure all of the tickets are just right. Some of the things that I talked about in this video are very manual processes for getting tickets in your system. Somebody has to literally type it in. Some are more automated. The email and the portal are very automated ways for tickets to get in the system. But they still have to be triaged. Somebody has to figure out, is it the right status, the right client, the right contract? Is it covered by managed services or not covered by managed services? Is it the appropriate work type? Should it be assigned to a particular individual? Should it be scheduled or just thrown on the board? Does it have the right priority and the right status? Right? All of those things have to be looked at. And every time somebody opens a ticket, they need to make sure that they look down that list and make sure that all of those things are accurate. Now, what are the ways you do not want tickets to get into your system? Well, for me, I don't want to use Twitter or LinkedIn or social media in any way to be attached to my ticketing system. There's too many variables and there's too many options for people to get connected to. And one day it's going to be Kik and the next day it's going to be YouTube. I'm going to get a video that says, hey, I have a problem, I need you to fix it. That's why I went to Facebook Live. I'm like, oh my God, right? So you have to draw a line and say, you know, all of these things are acceptable. Nothing else is acceptable, right? If you want people to be able to email you, great. Document that. Send an email to. Your clients should receive a piece of paper that tells them how to create a ticket in your system and what is the most efficient way for people to get a ticket into your system. I used to always tell clients, you can call us, but we're just going to have to create a ticket. I used to always tell clients the single fastest way to get a ticket in our system is to send an email to support or put something in the portal. We will instantly get a notification and we will prioritize it and schedule it and make it happen. So whichever ways you prefer to do it, you should tell your clients about that and encourage them to do it the way that makes it most efficient for you. And then you have to follow up and actually deliver the service that you promised. For Small Biz Thoughts, this is Carl Palchuk, wishing you the best of luck in your managed service business.